Yeah, man, that was the craziest ending. That was the craziest season, just like
it was
ever.
wild season, though.
For real.
I was surprised, to be honest. I would like to talk about Will, bro. Like, I just want to give all the props to Will, bro. Like, nobody expected Will to be that good.
Word, I know I didn't at all.
Yeah, Will, he surprised a lot of people.
And they don't even know this is about to happen, but it's all good. Alright, so I'll give them like a couple minutes. I'm gonna do one thing real quick while they gather around. Then we can get into it. Go ahead and tweet that. Alright, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, let's get it. Alright, everybody. Welcome back. Please, settle in, man. We got... Oh, man, it's been a long time coming for this one. We got a good show. It ain't because of me. I mean, I'm always here. But, man, first time... It's the first time for everything, right? First time for the crazy draft we done had. First time for a mastermind to make his mark on it. Then, the same mastermind worked his way through the division this past season rather. And then, just when you thought he was done, he had the greatest postseason run in the history of the Nike Talk League. I do you one better. He finished the run. And now he's here. King Kobi, New England Patriots, man. What it do?
Good, man.
Man, chilling, man. Season 1 champ in the house. Like, you was like the booking to the whole season. Like, you had the draft, and then you ended with the championship, and it's something that nobody saw coming. I know I didn't, because I ain't gonna lie. Just like I gave Will his credit, after I gave like a pretty low total, I think only had you at like 4.5 now, just because I wasn't sure what was going to change. But a lot changed. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor for a minute, and you can speak on whatever you want to speak on, because that's what champs do. And I'll jump back in whenever you're done with that.
Okay, so first off, I just want to say, Reggie, I'm coming for you. So this is, you be humble, bro. I'm coming for you. Like, don't think this is a fluke. This is not no Mark shit. Like, just because I won a Super Bowl doesn't mean I'm done. I'm coming. Like, I'm not. It just made me more motivated. I like the doubt. I like the doubt you guys have. I wouldn't have done. I don't think I would. I don't think I would have won the Super Bowl without, that motivation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lost to Bean in the regular season, and I lost to Will in the regular season. And then I get blown out by Dave, and I get blown out by Reggie. So, that really, humbled me, made me, go back to the drawing board. So, I don't know, man. It was a wild season. That's all I can say.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So let's talk about your team selection, because I know I was one of the people that knew about it, pretty early, once you had hit me and some others up about the draft. But when your pick finally came in, and it's like, boom, all right, Kobi got the Patriots. And dudes is laughing. They like, oh, he ain't want that team. He got finessed into New England and all that. Like, just tell us a little bit about your rationale that got you out Foxborough.
Okay, so basically, I ain't gonna lie, though. I was looking at the Packers from the beginning, but it changed when I got the Packers and FM. If they get the Packers and FM, I was like, okay, well, I don't want the Packers in both leagues. Like, I want to have a different team. So like, yes, it was Madden first came in, so a lot of people were saying like QB, like kind of difficult. So like everybody had different throw motions, and you had to have like a really good QB to be like effective. I like to pass the ball. So then it's either A-Rod or Tom Brady. I got Tom Brady, and then he division, and the Jets really ain't on shit. The Bills not on shit. And the Dolphins, that's not even.
Yeah, it ain't. Nah.
Yeah, but, the Patriots is the best team to go to. They got a good defense, good quarterback, great quarterback. 2 good running backs, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's no brainer. Really, like, people were laughing at me. I was like, okay, well, I'll show you guys, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm going to make the playoffs, so,
yeah.
That's basically what it is. I knew I was going to make the playoffs. I knew I was shooting.
I'll tell you the first game where I was like, okay, he could be on to something. And I only saw, like, I tuned in at the perfect time. When you was playing mixtape, I believe he was at home, the Buffalo game. And when you had that walk-off touchdown, that's when I was like, okay, this might be a little more difficult for your divisional opponents than I thought it was. Because I think I had mixtape winning the division just because his ceiling's not the highest, but I think his floor is still pretty good. With you, I thought it was like it could be good one day, and then another day it could be like like what's going on. But when you had that game, and I believe he beat Jix like right after that or before that, I was like, maybe he could get in. So if you fast forward to like later in the season. I think you held one of your opponents to the lowest passing yard total this past season. That crazy game against Kenny. Talk about that a little bit.
Oh man, that was a must win. To be honest, that was a must win. I had just lost the wheel, and I don't know. I just was like beating myself up. I knew I had to win that game. So basically, he just runs the ball with Zeke Elliott. Like, he won't stop. Like,
yeah.
Even if he's getting stopped, like, I'm literally holding Zeke Elliott to 2 yards, a game. He's like only gaining 2 yards. He's trying. I respect it, man. So that's basically why he didn't have any passing yards. Because he just kept trying to run the ball. I just wouldn't allow.
And like I went to sleep. Like, I was trying to watch that game because I had missed like part of the season, so I was still trying to fight for a first round bye at the time, and I had it before I left. But coming back, I didn't have it. So I'm watching, and I fall asleep, and it's like 31-21. I'm like, oh dang, Kenny about to, hold on to his spot or whatever. And I wake up like about 40 minutes later, and I go back to the end of the game, and I'm like, I see the defensive rush getting in there. Gilmore cutting off half the field like he is known to do. And you just flowing on offense at that point. Like, you got the routes working. I'm like, man, like, this is getting crazy. And
capture and defend the objective.
I felt like that was the point at which, like, you really got the momentum late in the year. It was like, yeah. And, like, people say, and I'll ask you about this next. Going into the playoffs, I remember, I forgot who, I want to say Flash might have said this. He was like, it's five threats in the AFC, excluding you though. And right, so when you going into that game, I already know you was hyped because 1, you at home, 2, nobody really expected you to be there, and then that. So yeah, like, like, how difficult was it to kind of like play within, those emotions and start your run, and we'll get into more after this.
I wouldn't say it was difficult. I think we was just trying to calm down because I was so hyped up.
Enemies taking Alpha.
And I had the music booming like.
We lost Alpha.
I know the next door neighbor blocks down. But I was hyped. And people don't remember, it was a snow game. It was a snow playoff game.
Yeah, classic.
Classic, man. It had the classic, New England jerseys. I didn't do nothing too pretty. I just went classic, old school. And I knew, I said, I have to not turn the ball over. I know my weakness. I turn the ball over a lot with Tom Brady. A lot of interceptions. So I say, you know what? I'm going to playoffs. I'm not going to try to turn the ball
Assist your team at C.
I'm going to, try to shoot some clock. And, I'm going to play smart.
Yeah.
Enemy in Bravo.
I did that. And you know what scares me? I was up against Flash, and you know how he got those two like quick touchdowns.
Yeah.
Man, that was really like. I was like, man, if I lose this, man, I really choked the game. I really choked it away because I had it. So, I mean,
enemy UAV
once I seen he like fumbled, like he tried to pitch the ball back, and I recovered it. I knew it was a wrap. I knew it was game.
We hold to objectives.
So I ain't gonna lie, I'm standing basically like in the exact spot that I was watching y'all game at, and I'm tuning in, and you go up 28-14 with like 2 minutes left. I'm like, he did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's it. He gonna skate to the next round, and then we see touchdown to Campbell. Onside kick recovery, touchdown to Campbell again. It's like 10 seconds. You gotta go from it's basically a wrap minus him doing something miraculous to okay, he did something miraculous. Now we gotta play some more. Then the field goal. At that point, I was like, I ain't gonna lie. Like I was like, man, I don't know if is he really ready to ascend to that level? Like.
And see, that's why I say, once I won that last game, like once I, advanced and moved to the next playoffs.
Yeah.
Captured Bravo.
Flash better take himself. Like, he better, like, I know he beat himself up, but Flash could have easily been in my position. Could have easily been. To take it, to win the Super Bowl, But the confidence right there, as soon as I beat Flash, I knew that I could beat him. I knew I had a chance to beat him. I want to just say, like, and then it added on to it when Dave was like, I remember he said in the chat, oh, well, at least I still got somebody competitive and tie. So you just writing me off like I was.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
You got Charlie.
You know what I'm saying? So that, I mean, that's pretty much what it was, man. Just the motivation. Everybody was like just counting me out. I was just each game was bulletin board material.
Assist your team at Bravo.
So the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So when before we advance to like the later part of your run, when you saw the interception that Flash got and then the pitch back, what were you thinking? Because I was like, I was hot, and I wasn't even playing the game. I was just like, I was shocked, and then I was just like, yo, like, what on earth is going on? So you playing it, I'm pretty sure you was like, yo, well, what's the deal?
First I was pissed. Because I knew, I was like, man, I threw the game. I just caught myself. And so when he pitched it back, when I pitched it back, I'm like, hold up, what did he do? Like he's trying to take it back, and so the ball hit my guy.
Right.
Oh shit! And I'm just in shock. My mouth was like dropped wide open. I turned off my music and like, what the fuck was that? So as soon as that happened, man, I was like, wow, I'm really gonna win this game. I don't know why Flash is just taking me and go down. I don't know why he tried to do that. I don't know. That's how I knew it was gonna be a long season.
Yeah, it didn't disappoint at all. So when it was like that shocking, like were you? Because to me it looked like, all right, you got the ball back, you in field goal range. Like I'm like, why ain't he just go ahead and kick it? Like this game already too crazy. Who knows what happens next? Like were you just trying to calm down at that point?
Yeah, I was just trying to calm down because I
Enemy holds two
I knew I
objectives.
missed, like, you knew I missed the field goal.
Yeah.
Stand by.
So I wasn't really confident in my kicker. And so I was like, man, just hold on to the ball, just try to get closer and closer so I can get a chip shot. I was already in chip shot field goal range, but I just want to get closer. Like, and I was just trying to calm down because I still was in shock of what happened,
Captured Bravo.
Yeah, I bet.
I just couldn't believe like what all just went down. He made the comeback, in less than 10 seconds, with a touchdown. And I throw an interception, or whatever, and then he gets it back and he hits my guy and I get the ball back. I'm like, okay. I mean, it's so much happening. I'm just gonna run the ball, keep running it, try to calm down, and then kick a field goal.
Yeah, man, chaotic. Probably the top 5 most chaotic games I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So moving from that, you talk about the tie game, and well, again, I tuned in kind of late on that. And when I see it, I think I came in and you were down like you were either tied. No, y'all couldn't have been tied because I think you won like 28-24. I think you were down a touchdown at that point. And I'm like, all right, he making it a game. Then I see you won. And I'm like, Kobi against David. And at that point, like, I felt like you and Mikey with Green Bay, y'all was just playing with, like, because it was both of y'all, I think, like, early stages of y'all, like, careers, and especially in the playoffs. And then you got David, that's a multiple time champion. And then potentially I was on the other side as well. And I had been, I've been through numerous runs also. So, like, the fact that it became you and Mikey for the Super Bowl was dope also. There's like 2 first-time participants, guaranteed new champion. Like, so going into that, like, did you have any like thoughts besides I gotta get this chip?
Friendly UAV on station.
See, I kind of doubted Mike, but when he beat you, I was like, it kind of made me like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? It made me like aware. Like I was like, man. Mike really might be that guy. So when we started playing in Super Bowl, and I was 4 touchdowns, he would, come back and score again. Like, and I was playing the best defense I could. Like, okay, this guy Mike is actually good. Like he's what everybody's saying he is. He's not, because I was thinking the NFC is, because the AFC is so hard. Like, you lose 3 games. Might get a wild card. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah,
I was just thinking, NFC is gonna be easy. After I went through Flash, Ty, Dave, Mike is gonna be like a cupcake. And Mike is probably, I'm not gonna say he's the hardest opponent, because I think I gotta get that to Ty. I think Ty was the hardest opponent out of all in the playoffs. I think Ty was the hardest.
Yeah.
Because that running back, man, he has, I don't know what his little kid's name is, but he runs, he's fast.
Yeah, he fast. Like, I played him in the preseason, and I'm like, yo, why are people not tackling him?
Yeah.
They just like slipping off him. Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, he runs them stretches, and then with Mahomes, you got to worry about Hartman. I mean, it's a lot to worry about, man. It's a lot. So when I beat Ty, I knew that, I could be Dave. I knew I could be Dave.
Yeah.
Dominating the enemy. Keep it up.
And so that's pretty much it, man. I mean, and then I think what added more to the field of the Super Bowl was Mays. Like, after I had beat Dave, Mays was like, I don't mean nothing if you don't win the chip. Like, I'm gonna really get on you. You went all this way. You just had a good run, but you didn't win it all. You didn't finish. And so I was like, okay, I got to win this shit. I came too far. I went through too many good opponents. Like, I gotta leave with a ring, man, because I don't know if I can get back here. Like, I don't know. And so, I had to take care of business.
That's the thing. Like, I mean, shoot, if there's anybody I can speak from experience, it's me. Like, I mean, and you got others too. Like, I've been there 3 times myself, and have not successfully, completed the mission. And then you got others that have got there, once or so, and you know, some have won, some have lost, but a lot of those people don't get back for years. And so there's like, you know, when you get there, you gotta have all hands on deck. Don't, you know, overthink nothing. Just play ball, do what got you there, and make sure you come away, win or lose, with no regrets. So, all right, so that's the run. That's the, you know, best postseason run in the history of the league. So now I want to get your thoughts, because I don't think I've really asked you. I don't think many have really asked you too much about this. So going now we're in season 2. Who do you feel are like the top, your top 5 or so, like, you know, players in the game?
We just going like AFC, NFC, or we
It
going
could
both?
it could be whoever, either side.
Okay, so, alright, so top 5, man. Going into season 2, I think, you know, I gotta give respect to Reggie. You know,
Okay.
I don't. Me and Reggie don't. We're not cool at the moment, but it's, you know, I'm gonna give respect where respect is due. You know, Reggie, I don't think he's number 1. I think, I'll be honest. I think, what's his name is number 1. Ty. I think Ty is number 1. Man.
Okay.
Then I'll go Reggie 2. I'll go Dave 3. See, this is where it gets tough. Like the 4 and 5 spot, man, it gets tough. I'm gonna go Chris, man. Even though Chris, he did lose a tough one. I'm gonna go Chris.
Yeah.
And then 5, I gotta go, man. I gotta go you, man. I gotta go you. And this is not like, you know, just to say this. I'm being honest. I think you're gonna come back strong, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Like, it's something I figured out that last game, and without, you know, going too much into detail, I just been working on it, and I know exactly what it was, and I should have done it before, but again, overthinking it kind of gets you, it gets you messed up, especially when you're playing somebody good like Mikey, who played a clean, fantastic game. You know, I take nothing away from him. I just wish I had done the one thing extra that I could have done to win. But, you know, I feel we'll cross that bridge again. I'm pretty sure we'll get to that bridge soon, but long season ahead. So, in the top players now, you know, you got something on your resume that a lot of dudes don't have. So, where do you factor yourself into that whole equation?
Man, see, I couldn't place myself top 5 because I can't base one hit one, like not a one hit wonder. I just can't base one good season, you know, and just put myself in the top 5. So I think I'm definitely top 10. I'm definitely top 10. People forget last season, dude. You know, I made a good. I don't think I made the playoffs. No, I did make the playoffs. I made the playoffs and I lost first round. But you know, I was competing with B, and that's when B was like actually on his shit. You know, B was actually, you know, he was motivated last year. He didn't have kids and whatever. I mean, he didn't, you know, have a baby. So.
Yeah, times was a little different. It was a little different.
He was focused. Yeah, he was focused. So, you know, I think I've always been, you know, brinking on the outside of the top 10. But this season right here, I know I'm in the top 10 now. I can't name 5 other people other than the 5 I just named that are better than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I think me and Flash, you know, it just depends, you know how the game. It just depends who Madden likes more. You know, I think I'm on Flash skill level, man. I think I'm on Flash skill level. I'll be honest.
Respect on that. Like, I mean, from what I've seen in both leagues, and ever since with the 59-point game at FM, you know, that one game that kind of had me thinking like, I was a little iffy, but nah, you've cleaned that up, and not only against that particular opponent, but just in general. So I'm from afar, like I've been looking, I'm like, all right, you know, he doing some things.
Yeah, I mean. There's so much that went into this round. I mean, think about it. Kerm dropped 60 on me in FM, the first game we played. And so, you know, people are already writing me off like, oh yeah, Kobe's not good, he's bottom 5, you know. this, that, third. And so I moved in at NT. First game against NT and the game against Brian, I beat Brian. And then second game I played Bean. Bean's got the Dolphins. He
Yep.
beat me. And so I'm like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't lose to Bean. I'm not saying Bean is bad, because Bean, the Dolphins, you can't really do too much with the Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? Unless you get the right pieces.
Yeah, it's hard.
So, I lose to Bean. Then, like I said, I lose to Will later in the season. I get blown out by Reggie. Then I get blown out by Dave in the regular season. And so, I mean, it's like, man, I'm trying to find like something that's gonna work, like something that works. So I'm sitting there, I'm going into practice mode, I'm labbing, I'm talking to people in parties. I'm like, man, what can I do that can stop the run? And see, that's what people don't understand. I couldn't stop the run at the beginning of the season, and so I don't know if you've seen it. Did you see what Reggie posted in the chat about me running the cover 2 man? Yeah. And so I understand what he's saying about the YouTube stuff, but you can easily beat cover 2 man. I mean, all you have, like he's saying, read the defense. So basically, if you see, if you're coming out in a run defense, a run offense, and you see I'm coming out in cover 2, if you read the defense, dude, basically just run 4 verticals. Like if both of my safeties are in both run commits,
Yeah.
like it's an easy touchdown for you. I mean, I don't understand. Like I'm gambling. I'm really gambling here because if you pass the ball, nothing's covered behind me.
Yeah,
so I'm really hurting myself. So and I'm taking a risk on trying to stop the run. And you know how hard it is to stop the run in this game. You know how hard it is.
Especially when you like when dudes lining in like shotgun, for example, and you thinking, all right, do I go on base and risk losing?
Exactly.
I don't have no speed, or do I play the speed and I don't have nothing up front?
See, you got to remember, you got to match personnel, so you really can't do what you want to do, especially if they're in a shotgun. And so you're kind of at a disadvantage if you do go back in base, and then he's gonna pick you apart in the passing game.
It sure is.
And so it's like, you do if you don't, you do if you do. And so that's why I say, man, I'd rather just do cover 2 man and just gamble, man. Because I know, hey, if he does run, I'm going to get an easy loss in a loss of yards against him. Easy loss of yards.
Yeah. So, looking at season 2 now, so had the first game against Reg. I didn't see, I caught the final score. I didn't see the game actually, but 38-13. So it's like, a little bit of a, I guess like back to, we back to work now.
Right.
So,
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, he beat me down pretty bad. I give credit where it's due, but like I told Reggie like last season, I said, man, it's regular season. I don't take regular season serious. I'll see you in the playoffs. So we bet 100. He doesn't think I'm gonna make the playoffs. He thinks Mike or Bean's gonna make the playoffs, come out the East. And so, hey, I love it. I love it. I love when people motivate me. That's what I'll say. I'll just get into personal, in my life, dude. I've been doubted my whole life. With football, with injuries, just in general, bro. Like, the back has been against my wall, but I overcome it because I just believe in, bro. Like, I love proving people wrong. I love, I don't know, bro. Have you ever proved anybody wrong? You ever got that feeling before?
Yeah, shoot, plenty of times. And I tell people all the time, like, one of my favorite things to say now is like, you can say whatever, you can look at any metric you want to, but when you talking about heart, it can't show up on the scale. The scale can't account for it. It's nothing that can account for it. That's the ultimate X factor right there. In a game of X factors, that's the main one. If you got that, shoot, you always gonna have a chance, regardless.
Of course. I think if I didn't have the motivation, I honestly don't think I don't think I would have won the Super Bowl. I'll be honest. I don't think I would have won it because I need somebody to fuel me. I need somebody to give me that motivation to, sit in 2 hours, literally 2 hours of just practicing,
Yeah.
you know, working on plays, seeing what doesn't work, seeing what works. I'll be honest. Like people could say, "Oh, you YouTube, you do this, you do that, man." Look, I try to find what's best for my game. I'm not gonna sit here and you know keep getting gas, cover four, cover three. If I see something's not working, I'm gonna try to find out. What can I do to better my game. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Uh, I didn't break any rules. I didn't run any crazy money plays, or I wasn't like hot routing five, six, seven receivers. I was just playing my game. I was
Just
playing my
doing you.
game. I was doing me. Split close, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's not hard to beat split close. You know, if you see, I like to run the split close and like to do the HB wheel. Cause you remember how I beat mixtape?
Yeah, I
Remember
remember.
that wheel route? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If mixtape runs a pinch buck against me, he wins the game. I'm saying all he has to do is blitz me. He didn't blitz. One play, I think he was in. I don't know what he was in. I think he was in cover four drop show too. He was trying to play like the stick. He was playing the
Mhm.
stick. I remember. That's where he messed up, bro. It's easy to beat the split close when you just blitz. Because I don't in the split close. I don't block my running backs. I use them as my passing option. So it's a lot of ways to beat me, but if you don't take advantage of it, you can't get mad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, sure, it's one thing to know what to do, and then there's another thing to actually do it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't disagree a bit. I had something I was going to ask you, and I forgot. So while I'm trying to recover that thought, what do you think about like how you think the parity in the league is now? Like, I mean, of course, you got the championship, but you got like Wells out there, making the plus and advancing. Just dropped 50 the other night.
Yeah.
Bilbo's been steadily improving.
Man,
Speedy, it's a bunch of people. Like, what you think about it?
I mean, shit, Big Will's been in my DMs hitting me up about my O lineman, man. I see him over there. He's trying to make a run. And I respect it. I mean, I think the NFC it needs more competition. I think the top people in the NFC is right now is you and Mike. You and Mike are the top people, man.
Yeah.
And then I gotta give Will that third spot. I gotta give Will that third spot. I gotta give Will respect. You know, nobody thought Will. Everybody thought Will was bottom five, man.
Oh
Will
yeah,
came out.
he'll tell you about it too. He telling me, but like off the weekly.
Yeah. I mean, granted, Will does have one of the best teams in Madden, the Eagles. Not in real life, of course, but in Madden, they're the best team. They're one of the best teams. But still, man, for Will to do what he did, who did he beat in the playoffs? Journey?
Jesus on the road.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He beat Jesus on the road, bro. Like Jesus ain't no punk. He's not no slouch.
He got a hell of a
Jesus is
user.
good.
Jesus does.
Yeah, man. So gotta give credit where it's due, man. I think to be honest, I think Will is better than Kern. I think if Will and Kern play right now, I think Will would be Kern. Like
I agree.
I know like last season, Kern used to whoop up on Will and he used to be the laughing stock. But I think it'll be different this time. I really do.
Yeah, Will, man, I got hey Will, I think you listening still. I got you at 9.5, man. Like, trust me, I seen the growth, I seen the improvement, and like I tell everybody, if there's any, and just doing like the numbers and stuff, just for fun, just something for people to talk about. But if there's any like, if you feel a way about it, and not saying he did, but just in general, like if you feel like you've been slighted, I'm gonna be here to be proven wrong. Like I'm here to be proven wrong, and if and when that happens, like I had you at 4.5, and if and when it happens, I come on the airwaves and let people know that hey, this guy has outperformed my expectations. Not that that really matters, because I'm sure the person that I'm talking about has higher expectations anyway. But if they do it, I'm gonna definitely shout them out.
Right. You know what I want to talk about, man?
What's that?
I think let's talk about who's gonna make the playoffs.
Okay. Yeah. Who you got on each side? I can kind of go into what I think also.
Okay.
Besides the stuff from the podcast the other day.
So who's coming out the East? Of course, I'm gonna go with me. You know, I'm gonna win that $100 bet. I mean, thank you, Reggie. If you're listening, I appreciate it. I can use that, buy me some new shoes. You know, I appreciate you. I think what's his name is going to come out the what is it? Who's the South Division?
South
May.
is with Maze, Chris, and Flash, and Edgar.
Yeah, okay.
It's a tough one.
I don't like Maze, but I gotta be honest. I gotta be real. I can't just be biased. I think Maze is gonna have to come back here.
Okay.
I think Maze is gonna come out this division. I think Chris is. Man, this is hard. Oh, see, this is a hard one because think about this. You got Chris and Flash. They're fighting for a wild card if Maze comes out of the division. Then you got the North, the AFC North, right?
Yep, with Reggie and David.
And Dave, yeah. And so I think Reggie wins this division again, but that's where it gets tough. Like, who gets the wild card? It's between Chris, Flash, and Dave. So I don't know. That's where I'm confused. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's a lot of there's usually like about, you could say like 7 or 8 like bona fide good players, like straight up good players, but only 6 spots. So you got potentially somebody missing out every season, because you could have 3 coming out the South. I mean, yeah, you can have 3 coming out the South for the playoffs. You could have 2 coming out the North. Then you got Mark and Ty, and Manny. If he can keep the early success he had going, he could be a factor. And then your division. So it's like you can't afford to mess up out there. It is.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm saying that. I mean, I know regular season games. I was saying regular season games don't matter, but they kind of do. I mean, I lost to Reggie, and so I know I got Chris on my schedule, and so that could be a loss. But I'm gonna say it's a win. I think I'm gonna beat Chris.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, if you lose 3 games in the AFC, you might not even get. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get a bye. You're gonna get a wild card.
You gotta be on high alert. If you lose more than 3, it's really like you're in a situation.
Like, you might miss the playoffs.
It's crazy.
You might miss the playoffs. Well, yeah. You lose 4 games, you might miss 5 games, you're gonna miss the playoffs. I believe. I made the playoffs at 5, but if you lose 6, you're losing. You're not.
Yeah, because I know the NFC had Will was a 6 seed and he had 10-6, but I don't think, because I think Manny was like 10-6 or like 11-5 or something, and he didn't get in. And Mays was 11-5 and he didn't get in. And he had started slow, but he came on late. But it's a war out there. It's crazy. Oh shoot! I got killed again.
The funny part is I didn't think. I thought it was gonna be the opposite. I thought the NFC was going to be the tougher, conference when we started drafting. So that's why I went to Patriots. I'm thinking, okay, Cowboys, Falcons, the Eagles.
Yeah.
All these good teams.
Saints.
The Saints. I mean, the Panthers. I mean, shoot, that right there. That's a tough division right there. The Panthers, the Falcons, the Saints.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, all the good people are gonna go there. Everybody goes to AFC. So I want to talk about who goes out the who comes who makes the playoffs in the NFC. That's what I want to talk about too.
Okay, so I think like the NFC, you have so much. The NFC is like, there's so much to be desired, because you got players that if they play to their capabilities, like Nick, for example, biggest example I think in what I'm about to say. If he's just engaged and plays all 16 like he played today, he could go to the Super Bowl. Like, he could legitimately represent the NFC on that side. I was saying Nick could if he's
Nick?
locked in and playing. Yeah, if he's locked in and he wants to play, but I just gotta see it. Same for Twan. What? But Twan, I gotta see him focus again. I haven't seen Twan focus in like 2 years now. I know FME doing good, but on this side, I need to see it. And I know them contracts for Detroit kind of frustrating them. C's had a good game the other day. C's had a good game.
It seems like C's is getting his mojo back. You know,
Yeah.
he was saying he's playing with his baby in his arms, and he was having a tough time like trying to like play and try to hold the baby at the same time. But now it seems like he's got it under control. He's used to it now. I think C's is going to be a surpriser. I think C's won. I mean, that's a tough division right there.
Yeah.
One, Nick, man.
Yeah, there's like there's not like a truly.
Mike, of course, Mike, shoot. Super Bowl,
Yeah, the NFC champ. Like, it's not a bad player in that division, especially when they all clicking like that. Oh, I see this dude up top. That's a good division. And then you got Will and Kenny and Speedy. I know Speedy was balling during the preseason, and he I mean he beat me, and that I was like, he capable. The South, you got myself, Jeremy. No telling what's going to happen with the Falcons. I thought Phil was going to be able to kind of be in there and spoil a week for somebody, but we'll see.
Focus on 2K more than Madden.
Oh
yeah. That's what I had to do. I had to distance myself from 2K because I was seeing it hurting me. I'm losing games after win. I lost the beam. I'm not gonna make an excuse, but I'm in shoot. I knew if I was to try to play 2K in Madden, at the same time, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it's tough.
It's tough, man. Like if you don't practice, if you just pick up and play, man, I don't think you can go on a run. I don't think you got to put in that practice, man.
So not to derail from that, but couple comments. Bilbo as well. Actually, I'll start with Mikey first because Mikey I just saw his comment. Mikey talking about he want that Super Bowl rematch. Like, he hungry. And Bilbo asked, what made you get over the hump? But I think he kind of, started to get to that point with the whole 2K Madden thing.
Right.
More focusing, just on your season and this game. And yeah, when you do that, it helps. It helps a lot.
Yeah. Of course. Bill. Mike. Yeah, I definitely want that Super Bowl rematch. But I'm gonna be honest. I think Mike makes it back to the Super Bowl, man. I think, and it's not taken away from Mike. Not saying he's not skilled enough to make it back. Because he could prove me wrong. I want him to prove me wrong,
Yeah.
But like you said, I think Nick's gonna come back strong. Hell, I think JT is gonna surprise a lot of people. I think
he's a guy. Yeah, like he got a good foundation, and he's a guy that he's been in the playoffs before, and I think some of it was he wasn't playing anybody that good, but that division. If he can get consistent, that division is winnable. Because I mean, it's not like I don't see nobody running away with the NFC East. It's not gonna be like 3-game gap or nothing.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right.
Like 2 seconds.
Yeah, you good. Hey man, while Kobi gonna take care of something, I'm gonna open this joint up. I'm gonna take it off of private. If somebody wanna come in. Feel more than free. Y'all can ask the questions y'all want. Let me see who online real quick. Let's see. I don't even. But yeah, man, y'all heard it here yourself. Man, the man say he feeling confident. He's focused, less 2K, more Madden. and he coming for that $100. So, sure, I can't call it. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens, just like probably most other people are. If y'all got any questions y'all want me to ask them, though, y'all can drop them in here. Until then, I'm about to just be sniping some dudes up real quick. I'm only in 6th place, so let's change that real quick. I knew that was gonna happen.
Alright, yo.
Yep. So, what was I going to ask you? Actually, I don't truly have too much to ask you. So, if there's something that you want to bring up or anything like that, you can go ahead.
Oh, you were saying something about somebody was commenting. Bilbo was commenting.
Oh yeah. We hadn't mentioned the NFC West, but that. Bilbo, he had a couple good ones last season.
Yeah.
Evan started off good before.
Yo, Evan is a sleeper, man.
I be telling him,
I just wish Evan would be consistent. He's not consistent.
Right.
That's what missing. Yeah.
And he just gotta. He needs more of like a feel for the game. Like he played Germany the other night. I think it was like 2 nights ago now, and there was 5 seconds before the half. And he's only down 10, and he's at like the 31 or something like that. And he runs the ball. Had one timeout too. Runs the ball, and wastes all 5 seconds, and then he kicked it off, and he lost like 27 to 14 or something like that. He just gotta if he more in tune with it, he could do some things like that because he beat Jesus last season. I think one of those 2 times. He just gotta stay focused and not let the game like kind of get him out of.
Get to him. Yeah. See, what I noticed is a lot of people who you were saying about Germ, like if Germ gets down, like you got him. You got him. Like I was on a podcast before the playoffs.
Yeah.
Or no. Yeah. It was the play. I went on a run. I'll just say that it was the playoffs. I went on a run. You guys are talking about Germ. Like, if you get Germ down,
he get discouraged.
But that's how it is with a lot of people.
Yep.
You get the lead on them in NT, and they just like they start like playing away from their game. Like they start playing away from their style. Like they overthink it and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Sure do.
Like I'll be honest. I've seen it from Dave. Like Dave told you himself. Like he wasn't playing his game on the playoffs against me. Like when I went up against him, it was over. Like he started forcing a lot of throws. It just wasn't. It just didn't look like Dave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he was throwing right to Van Noy. I mean, Van Noy had a game.
Yeah, Van Noy. Dude,
he was out there.
He was going off, man. And see, and see, this is where it hurts me because I didn't know I wanted to sign Van Noy, but I couldn't in the free agency. I wanted to re-sign him, but I didn't want to lose McCourty. It was either him or McCourty. And so I was like, man, I need a free safety, man. I got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cover that last
cover
level.
That defense, you know what I'm saying? I'm prideful of my DB. That's why my passing defense is so good. If you look at the first game that Reggie played against me in the regular season, he blew me out, but he wasn't throwing he wasn't like bombing me like crazy. Like he was really just running the ball on me. Like I couldn't stop the run.
Yeah.
And that's why I started trying to do the cover 2, the cover 1 QB contain, the cover 2 sink, anything that could stop the run, but it just wasn't working. So, like I told Reggie, and I hope he's hearing, like I'm coming for you, bro. Like I'm just saying now, like I want him to know. Well, never mind. I'm never gonna tell my right hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna tell my hand. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
If he sits in that cover 1 this time, oh my God, I have at least 12 plays that kills that cover 1 shit.
Oh.
Yeah. That's all I'll say.
Okay, sure. I'm hoping, like I'm sure everybody else is, that y'all get a second meeting this season.
Yeah.
I definitely want to see around
against
too.
Reggie?
I
Yeah.
haven't played it. Nah, we don't play till like season 4 or something,
Wow,
something like that.
Oh shit, I didn't even know 49ers and Cardinals are playing. I know that's off topic and shit, but that's
Oh
49ers
yeah,
in my team and shit. Yeah, but
y'all smacked us
yeah.
Sunday too. y'all dogged
Yeah.
us. Oh man.
I actually wanted McCaffrey to like have a breakout game because he's in my fantasy.
Mm.
So yeah. But let's get back on topic. So did you play Reggie last year? Like,
Yeah, we was in the same division last season.
okay. And
But
so did he play the same way he plays? Like he runs the cover one. He loves cover one. Did he play like that like last year?
I
You
I
don't
don't
remember?
really recall. I think we played maybe 3 or 4 times. I know after the second season I dipped out, and he was in there for the long haul. But I know we played a few times, and the defense was stout though. Like Lattimore and all them. You know, he was doing some
If he has
things.
the right personnel, he's gonna see. This is where I kind of like give. I gotta say, some of these Jose and them, they were kind of right. Letting Reggie get the Browns. I don't think we should have let Reggie get the Browns. Like,
I mean, I see why.
Yeah, I see why.
I see why too. But I was like, man, as long as like when the plan came up, I was like, you know what? If that is what has to happen for me to get back home, I'm cool with it. Like I don't. I'm gonna be on the opposite side. I ain't gotta deal with all them playmakers like that.
I was thinking, well, shit, if I get the Patriots, I know I'm gonna show him for the playoffs, and I have to play Reggie. He's gonna have the Browns, but still, bro, like it's better than being stuck with a team like what mixtape got, or
Yeah.
think
Oh
about
man.
dude. Who was it? Who was it? Mixtape or Jig that was in our chat?
It's mixtape, and he was the
collusion
one.
Chat,
Yeah,
So if
he
you
was.
guys are listening, if they're listening, yeah, we had the collusion chat. You guys know, but yeah, mixtape, he got screwed over, man. I mean, he really got the bad end of the stick, man.
Yeah, he was the fall guy. No question
he was the
about
fall
it.
guy, bro. Like, I mean, it is what it is, though. If you ask me would I do it again, hell yeah. I mean, if you would have told me, hey, you pick the Patriots, you're gonna go on this run, and they're gonna win the Super Bowl, I would have took it. So, I would have done it again. I know you would have, because I mean, like you said, you wanted the Panthers.
Yeah, like at any and all costs. What's going? Like, I gotta do something in like maybe like 10 minutes. But
Okay.
before we dip out though.
Okay.
Yeah, so me just not non-Madden. Like, how's the actual football journey going for you? I know you had mentioned it in the past.
You said what now?
I was saying, how's your you were saying you was looking to like play like college football. Like,
yeah, college, of course. Yeah.
you still working for it?
Yeah, I'm still working for it. Though every day I get up every morning, bro. I don't know if you know Tom Bilyeu, but I watch Tom Bilyeu. I read, I just finished Grace. What was that book, man? I know I finished How to Stop the Pain. I know Grace, Power to Change. I just finished Grace, Power to Change by Dr. James B. Richardson. And like I said, every day I get up and I exercise, bro. I gotta exercise. I work on my calf muscles because my calf muscles are already big, but I've had a lot of leg injuries.
Yeah.
So that's my the most important part for me is, getting, healthier, just getting stronger and stronger.
True.
Like Saquon, because I'm not the tallest guy, and I don't weigh a lot, but I do have very big calf muscles, and I can run really fast. So like, stay tuned, bro. You'll see me. I'm gonna walk on somewhere, bro. And, I know it's gonna be politics, like Reggie said. I know it's gonna, they're gonna play. They're gonna want to play the 5-star or the 3-star, the 4-star over me. But like you said, nobody's gonna have more heart than me. I'm gonna go in, and I just love the game, bro. I love the game of football.
True.
So that's just that, bro.
Yeah, man. Shit, that's what's up. Like I'm rooting for the whole chat, but yeah, definitely in that, like.
Like I seen, like, and I'm gonna put in, like I seen you, like didn't you post you bench pressing? Like,
Yeah, they think I'm weak or something, man. Like,
yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying?
man? Yeah, like I think my bench press. I want to say my bench press right now. I know you guys are gonna kind of laugh, but it is a 200, like right at a 200.
That's
I know
good.
that's not a lot.
Sure, I can't bench 200.
Yeah. I mean, I weigh 165 though, so
Right.
I'm 5'9", $165, so I still got a lot of room to grow. But yeah, right now I bench 200. But my squatting is insane. I'm squatting 335, bro.
Yo, that's what's up. See, now, like, I want I want to get back in the gym now and just be like, yo, let me get my numbers up, cause I've been ever since this
you
trip.
Go to the gym no more?
I do, but I just like ever since I got back from the London trip, I just been kind of lax, like kind of just trying to get my groove back. But I should do it tonight, and it's only 10:42 out here. I got a couple other things to do, but I might. But
So before we head out, yo, I just wanna thank you for allowing me to be on your podcast, bro. It was mad lit. And I just want to say, I want to give a shout out to all the haters. Don't think I wasn't gonna get on this podcast and talk my shit, yo. Like, Dave, Reggie, Jose, bro. We got some problems, man. Like, I see you trying to throw some shade in there, like, yo, Kobi, I'm letting Kobi do this. Like, all right. Yo, so Jose, why don't you get back on Madden, because that's who I really want to see. I never play Jose. Like, is Jose good? Be honest with me.
Jose pretty good. He was pretty good. We had a lot of, especially like early on, talking like 3-4 years ago. We had a lot of run-ins and games and stuff. Like it was crazy. But yeah, before he left, he was a Dolphins like 2 years ago, and he was the top seed in the playoffs. So he was still doing pretty good. Yeah, he got a couple Super Bowls.
He had Super Bowl, so Jose won some chips. Okay, so where would you rank Jose in the the all-time empty history? Where would you rank him?
Let me think about that real quick. I would put him just off the top of my head. He'd be somewhere in the top 10.
Top 10.
I would. It would be
you say
some.
He's better than Dave?
Nah, Dave is more.
Is he on their level? Like, he's not, he's like more Flash level, huh?
I think he's like Dave is more dominant. Reggie's probably more balanced. But and May's also probably more dominant. But that next wave of like, whoever else you want to put in after those three, I think that's probably where he settles in pretty good at, just off the top of my head.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to see Jose, for when PS5 comes out and the new Madden comes out. I definitely want to see Jose in my division. If he hears this, come in my division, bro, because I hear all the talk, bro. I see the sliders, and then I know you're a D Rose hater, bro. Like, I love Derrick Rose. That's my favorite player. He's a D Rose hater. Like, he said D Rose didn't deserve to be in the league back when he was in the Timberwolves. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, he should be playing in China or somewhere. Like, people see, I know we've been on topic, but
are you good?
People forget D Rose. He just hasn't had the opportunity. Like, he's been injured a lot, and then he comes back, and then with the Cavs, the Cavs, they don't gel.
Yeah, they don't
man.
At all.
He's not playing point guard. He's just sitting in the corner. Like, D Rose, that's not his game, bro. He's not a spot-up shooter. You gotta let him have the ball. He's a playmaker, bro.
Yeah, let him slash, get inside.
Let him slash, let him, dish it out when he's slashing. And so, I just feel like Jose, he kind of hates me, bro. But I like it. I like it. Jose, Term, Maze. Uh, I think that's it. I think that's really it, bro. Other people I don't really have no beef with, bro. Chris, he throws some shade here and there and sees, but it's all love with them.
Yeah, and that's the thing with all of it. Like, I think like when, and I told like multiple people this. Like when you see like certain, I won't even call them beefs, but you see. You see it get testy, in the competitive, spirits get caught up in the chat and stuff. But for the most part, I've only seen one situation where you could look at it and be like, in a year or less, it won't be all good.
Oh, so
Everything
who you
else
talking
is
about?
the one is the Manny and Kerm thing. I thought that was
Oh,
going to be good, but I don't see it. But every other thing I've
so
seen so far is nothing. At the end of the
can
day.
you clarify what happened between them? Because I don't really be in parties. See, this is my like first time being in a party like a lot. Like I really just hang out with my set of people that I'm really close with. And so I don't know if you've seen that screenshot with all those Madden players. Did you see that screenshot I posted in
Um,
the party? Yeah,
I
I was
think I
in a
did. And as
yeah,
far
but
as
what happened between them?
without speaking for them, because even I don't know like I know some of it. I know a good portion of
Yeah,
it, but not me like the full gist. But Bilbo just in the comments probably said it best. Like they got ideological differences. Like, and that's just what it is. I don't even really want to give it no
yeah.
strength for real, just cause.
No strength. No, you don't want to spark it up again. I feel
Yeah,
you.
because everybody trying to get past it. And I know like a number of us going down there to kick it soon and all that. And I just want it to be positive vibe, like
Right.
where whoever wherever.
Um, I want to say, because let me give my guess on it, because I think I've seen some of it. Did it start when Manny and Kerm are supposed to play each other?
I would say that's where it probably took things to a new level
Yeah.
around
Okay.
that time.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I remember. I know a little bit because I watch from afar. I might talk a lot in the chat, bro, but you know, most of the time I'm trolling, bro. I'm just playing around. I'm not really
Yeah.
serious. So it's not really like I'm really trying to get under Kern's skin because I
Right.
think Kern is a good guy. I think Kern is he's a decent guy. I don't hate him. I don't even know him, so why would I hate him? But
Mm.
I think this all started because when me and Kern was beefing a lot. And Will, he's throwing his shots. He likes the comments. He does on the likes and shit. And
Yeah.
so I think Manny tries to play like the father role too much. I think he tries to, try to mentor Kerm and say, oh, Kerm, you shouldn't be flipping out or reacting to stuff like that.
Mm.
I think some of that, kind of sparked it. And then, like you said, that game, like when they didn't play, and Manny, see, Manny was fighting for a playoff spot. You know what I'm saying? People forget that.
Yeah.
And so Manny couldn't afford, a sim loss, you know, Kern who was tanking. He was basically tanking.
And he
So
did
I
hit him up too
understand.
for the game. Like Manny
Yeah,
did hit up Kerm also for that game.
of course. So I understand both sides. I understand Kern not wanting to, just see. That's how you know Kern and Manny had some friction from the get go. Because if it was any other person, Kern would have gave them fourth W. But because it was Manny, he was like, nah, you gotta play me. I'm not giving you're not getting no dubs off of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I came back to the
So yeah,
states and it was just a whole different world. I'm like, yo, what did
it was
I
a whole
miss?
different world, man.
But
And then I think it really got messed up when Manny tried to join the FM chat. Remember, he tried to
well,
get in there.
he was he had been in there for years. Like he had been in there for a long time. And long story short, they had to tell Kerm chill out because he had kicked him out because he felt like that the FM chat is just exclusively for like Madden, whereas Nike Talk we talk
Right,
about everything. And but they're
of
like,
course.
nah, man, he been in that joint for like half a decade. Like what you doing?
Right.
And and that's it. Just added another layer to the whole thing.
To the beef. So you, I know you saying you don't think that will ever rekindle the relationship, but
I mean, I never say never, but I just don't know about anytime soon.
yeah,
It's hard.
and see, that's where it's tough because, like I said, all the trolling shit apart, I think Kerm is good for NT. I think he's good. He's good for NT. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just him being there and talking and posting his news and his opinions on shit. I think we lost a good one. So I hope they get, resolve their beef, man. Cause I definitely miss talking trash to Kerm, getting up under his skin. It's definitely fun.
Yeah, like I hope. I mean, it is like it's a little different when you got somebody that's been in there for years. Cause you think about like now, it's like I remember we were starting the league out, and I probably got to dip unfortunately after this, but starting the league out, I was like 24, and now 5 years later, 29. And my ideology towards it is so much different. I came in and it was like I just want to win, and I was just younger, more immature, that type of thing. But now 29, I look at him, I'm like, all right, these dudes is like, I talk to y'all more than I talk to my own family sometimes.
Right. And you be in a party with them and stuff, right?
Yeah, like and now we got like groups like going out to kicking and stuff like that. Like it's not just a game no more at this point, and that's kind of what I try to remember. And I wish Kerm could get to that level where it's like, look, man, this is not just competition. It's not. It's a video game. That's how we got here. But yeah, it's a brotherhood. Like these connections that's like helping people outside the game. I'm like, man, just let it be, man. Just look at it long term.
Yeah, it's not worth it, bro. Like at the end of the day, bro, life is too short to hold grudges and still be bitter at somebody. Just chill, bro. Life's too short, bro.
Yeah, like just
like
be
said,
cool.
Bro, yeah, like we gotta wrap this up though, cause I do gotta, take my dog out.
Okay. But yeah, man, it was. I know we had been working on this for like at least about a month or two now, because the first season done came and went, and we were trying to coordinate. But man, yo, you already know, man. Whenever you want to get on, talk your stuff, or just be there for whatever, lane open.
Some of you guys parties, bro. I just gotta get more comfortable, with just, I just don't join random parties that I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So I gotta kind of build a relationship before. I gotta get used to hanging around you guys more, and then you'll see me in your parties every day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and definitely like at your own pace, like no rush, but just know the lane open whenever you want it. We actually been running this Call of Duty like the last couple of days. I've been up to like 3 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, we've been out here like on a deep squad. So yeah, man, it's open whenever. Like, and we're definitely we be in the chat now. I'll see you and holler at you then. And again,
we definitely can run some ground war too. I would love to run some ground war, like the whole party of NT people playing Call of Duty. That would be crazy.
Yeah, I think. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be in another joint this weekend. I know Jeremy just went to work, so it's not that many on. But last night we was like 8 deep. So yeah, man, the more the merrier.
All right. Just DM me or just hit me up, and I'll definitely, like I said, I'll try to ease in. I'll join the party. I might have my mic off or whatever, but I definitely want to play with you guys. You guys seem like some good guys, bro.
Yeah, likewise, man. So it's all good, man. I'm glad we was able to finally get it in. Glad you was able to join. Speak your truth a little bit, and yeah, man. Best luck on the season, and I'll definitely holler at you soon.
And before we go, I know this is the last one.
Yeah.
Whoever's listening, expect to see me back on this podcast when I win the Super Bowl again, because I'm winning this shit again. All right. Alright, we good.
I ain't got nothing to add. Y'all heard the man. Hey. Alright, man. I'll holler at you soon, Kobe.
See you, bro.